Go ahead.
Hi everybody. Our project is kitchen gardens, and our family is helping to maximize utility of kitchen gardens through schools. We work with an organization that puts, it's a charitable organization that puts gardens into over 100 Chicago schools, and they came to us looking for ways to make the gardens better, increase interdisciplinary use, and allow teachers to use them more effectively. So these are sort of some of the prototypes and some of the ideas that we've been working with. Sort of where we were last week is that we have these two sort of big ideas of kits as well as indoor gardening, like kits full of toys for teachers and tools to help them teach, as well as indoor gardening. Earlier this week we sort of put indoor gardening aside because we got some information about how difficult it can be to take a plant from indoors and actually transplant it to outdoors. We were also doubtful about how much that would actually help kids. So we decided to sort of focus on the kit idea, and these are all of our prototypes.
Okay. So one of our kit ideas was an English kit, and we looked up some of the Common Core requirements to see how we could kind of fit our English kit components into the core. And so if you look on the files, you'll see like an info card template and also a letter template. And so the letter template is a template for students to send to parents. And so on the Common Core, one of the areas that they wanted to focus on is to write opinion pieces on topics or texts. And so in the letter, they kind of describe or persuade the parents to do something, and that something is up to the kids or up to the teachers to decide. And so in these kits, we kind of want to provide them with a template, but also give them flexibility to kind of go their own way with what they want to do. Then the info card template, in the Common Core it says, write informative or explanatory text to examine a topic and convey ideas and information clearly. And so on the info card template, it kind of has like a picture of the plant and then history, the uses, and also a recipe. And so kids will kind of learn how to put together information for others to view. And then finally, up here, we have a garden journal. And the Common Core says, write routinely over extended time frames and shorter time frames. And so the shorter time frames would be kind of like day-to-day, and then the extended time frames would be more analyzing what has changed over time.
So we also had some ideas for art to integrate that into the garden, because there were white beds that are just set up in the garden, so we wanted to add to that. And so their big thing was the kitchen community really wants to make sure that it looks professionally done. Like, they don't want it to look like refrigerator art was the phrase they used. So we're really so a lot of our stuff is focusing on how we can incorporate a stencil or something like that, so it does look good, but that the kids are the ones who are really doing it. Here we kind of have all the art we had thought of just put into there. Only those would be white beds, not orange. And then we also had made chalkboard signs, so they could draw in the garden, and we could put maybe a protective sleeve over this so it could last for a bit longer, even after it rains. We also had an idea for math, and so it's kind of hard to see here, but there's a protractor, because the beds are none of them are straight, so it shows angles and stuff like that. And especially with 4th grade math for the Common Core, it's learning angles and what's a right angle, what's a cube, what's obtuse. And so having something where they can go out to the garden where it's a large scale instead of just seeing on a worksheet what the shapes are, that was another thing that fit in.
Yeah. So here's another idea we had. The basic idea was it could be a toolkit that could fit in a box that a teacher can use to take students out to the garden for structured recess. So the end goal is to help teachers who are intimidated to teach in the garden, that feel like they don't know what to do or they might mess something up, make it easier for them to go out and teach the kids. So the idea would be that they would have these tools, and they would be in a box, and the teacher could just open the box, have each kid could just take a tool and then just know what to do and go and explore the garden and learn things in sort of a structured recess-like environment. So our idea was to put interesting questions what do plants really look like up close onto the tools, and this is still a work in progress, but we're hoping to like test it next week.
Yeah, so the last sort of concept is a trellis or engineering kit. We want kids to sort of have like a building and tactile experience in the garden. One of the things that they expressed was that a lot of schools, they build their trellises on their own, so it would be nice to sort of have a kit that standardized it in some way. So these are trellises, just foam bowls and dowels. This is sort of what a typical trellis would look like. This is sort of essentially how it will work. There we have these little connector pieces in here that look like this, and we've sort of adjusted the diameters of each of the tubes to make it easy enough for a kid to put together. There are these kind of hard tubes and some more flexi tubes. Eventually we'd have a similar system to those hard tubes and flexi tubes, but the big thing that we want to add is like multi-directional connectors so that kids can really build anything they want to. Yeah, so that's it.
And one like major question we have looking forward is like how should we go about like actually being able to like test our ideas with kids in the gardens?
I mean, I don't know, I would add that something that we've been like talking about recently is sort of how we can expand our ideas to make them more focused on like kids' community gardens in particular. That's something that we'd like